I cried, and then I dried my tears, and I went into the room with him, and I let him know that he was gonna be okay. Natalie Whitehead. I had Fernando in 2004.
Come on, Fernando!
He loves sports, that's his thing. He played lacrosse, basketball, and he also wanted to play soccer. It was March 28th, to be exact. He had lacrosse practice after school. And when I picked up Fernando, he was limping on the way out of practice. And I said to him, "What happened to you?" He says, "I probably pulled a muscle or something." So I said, "No, I'm gonna take you to the pediatrician because I wanna make sure that you're okay." I took him to the orthopedic doctor that I go to. He took an x-ray and he said, "You know what, it's probably just a sprain." By the following week, Fernando couldn't walk. Here was Fernando was running on March 28th. And by May 1st, he was completely disabled. You touched him, he felt pain. When I brought Fernando back to the orthopedic doctor, he took an x-ray, he said, his bones are young. And he had an eye issue, an autoimmune issue with his eye. So he says, maybe it's something to do with that. So I made an appointment with a rheumatologist, and she sent him for an x-ray and an MRI. So when the MRI results came back on May 1st, she called and said they saw something on his MRI, some spots, and take him to the emergency room. Fernando was 13 years old. They brought him up and they said, "We're gonna see what's going on." When they took the bone marrow on the 5th, they came back by the evening and they said he had leukemia. It was ALL. I cried, and then I dried my tears, and I went into the room with him, and I let him know that he was gonna be okay. He was I guess he was relieved that we knew what was wrong with him. Fernando received chemo. His cancer was found to be difficult to fight, so he was treated aggressively. His first month of treatment, he did not go into remission. His doctor approached me in the hallway and said, there's a special treatment in Philadelphia. It's a CAR-T therapy. They say that he's gonna get swollen and that he might be on a ventilator.
It tastes like bad pineapple.
Bad pineapple now?
And none of that occurred with him. He was 100% himself. He was energetic. He was Fernando prior to cancer. After the CAR-T therapy, we were at the hotel. He was jumping on the hotel bed. He was bouncing around. I had to tell him to stop because he has low bone density. I'm like, no, you might break something.
This is easy.
I basically believe the CAR-T was a miracle for him.
I feel better now. I want to start playing lacrosse again. I met with Make-A-Wish, and about when I was getting done with the CAR-T cell, we went to Oracle Arena and we watched the game. It was fun.
What I've learned from this process is that you have to be thankful for each and every day that you have and to just be joyful. And the treatment should be available to any and everyone that is affected by cancer. I don't think money should be an important factor. I would like to ask the leaders to put more money into funding research for the minorities. The amount of people that's affected by cancer and the children that are affected by cancer is crazy. Supporting cancer research, there should be no question about that. My message to other cancer patients and survivors is that they continue to fight. Don't ever give up and don't take no for an answer.